depends. I'd say if you win the knife round, if you've got a clear idea of what you want to do, always go T-side. Set the pace of the game, control everything that's going on, but only if you've got that clear idea. If you choose T-side and you're waiting until the last 5 seconds of freeze time to call the strat, you've sort of lost it yourself. But yeah, both sides have their benefits. I feel like CT side you can easily build up that bank, get it rolling, and then you can easily get those 11-4s that you love. But yeah, either side. I mean, I wouldn't say it's too important for a map like this.
Yeah, personally, I was always a fan of starting T side. I felt like a comeback was always more likely on that CT side. Yep. So starting T, get a good few rounds in, and hopefully come back from that.
There we go. Ferrari peak is picked up.
Yeah, and we did hear a scream from them in the distance.
Yep.
They're the first team that we've seen actually shouting, being quite vocal.
Yeah.
Which
they do
love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what LAN's about.
And they do swap.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sensible. It's fine.
Yeah, it makes sense to do it. You're against a team at the end of the day. If you let them start CT side, they might just build up really well and get flowing with the way they want to play. So seeing them start CT side is not too surprising, but this is where it might get a bit tricky, because obviously Wind Rain will have a few pistols that they've done here and there on Overpass.
Sure, players already buying up nades.
And how a Ferrari peak is going to play this, because obviously normally you have somebody who has kit, so Whisk has dedicated himself to that, which you could attribute to the fact that he was, he mentioned, I'm going to use some stuff that I've picked up along playing Cheeky. So you can imagine he's just taking that role and just being like, okay, somebody has to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I respect that, I like that.
And they're playing retake B from the get-go, which is interesting. Not too surprising, it's quite common. I'm just kind of interested. So this setup that they've got around bathrooms is quite peculiar. So they're going to be flashed out of connector by Astro. And Capers is in the tight corner, and it's honestly gone horribly. I don't actually know how Dancy's managed to pick up both of those guys playing toilets, because it feels like he gets one and then done.
Yeah.
But I imagine he got very fortunate with his dinks, essentially.
That is quite rough, and as Zaki puts it himself, he's unreal.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's quite surprising to see Wind Rain not instantly run up after that, because you killed 3 of them. Like, we had an old rule which was, if you kill 2 people on a site, you take it. They've killed 3 and held.
Sure, yeah, I mean...
If you're the CTs, you're panicking.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, they have opted to split up. I mean, they're playing 2 1v4s, technically, so...
Yeah, that's not fantastic.
No, I feel like you sort of gamble at this point. And
at the same time, you need to make some kind of play, don't you?
Sure, I mean...
Which is what Wind Rain will.
You can gamble the site, maybe, and just go 1 for 2, both players, and then if they go to the other side, just save what you got. I mean, they've got a kit, smoke, Kevlar, it's not the worst thing to say.
Personally, I'd always opt for the stick together, and then if they go to the other side, just save whatever you've got.
Mr. Hoy's going to have to bring out something
he needs to one-shot, but they still had a flash left as well. No chance.
That is nice. That's clinical.
No chance. And Whisk is showing his presence here? I feel like, is there much point?
I'd say his best chance.
I mean, if he somehow didn't shoot here and just walked in, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the kit smoke. Oh.
I mean, if he somehow kills all of them, I'd be amazed.
I mean, I've seen that from some of the Wind Rain players today already. Do love a nice little knife.
I feel like that's just some good old friendly banter.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just a bit. Because obviously, to the teams themselves, they're kind of just thinking, it's not actually that much of a big matchup for them, because they're just thinking, we're guaranteed into buffs anyway. And this ultimately just means the difference between probably first and second seed, really.
Sure, yeah.
Like, nothing further than that. Be interesting to see what happens. So I was going to actually have a look at what Capers is going to do with Scout, but he's actually just sat in heaven. So nothing too crazy.
Yep.
Because obviously usually you'd see people pick up the Scout peak mid, and then that would be, they'd probably die. Do a nade or get flashed off and then get nothing ultimately. But he is still just sat in heaven watching. It's a very interesting way. Like, Whisk's ready for a pre-flash from Mr. Hoy if they come out monster. And Wind Rain are playing very slow, which is something I sort of appreciate that they wanted to play slow and play to their default that they have.
Yeah.
But they need to be getting control of things.
Yeah, I mean, they're holding quite well, and Astro is now scouting a bit, because they did definitely give them the chance to take some A map control and potentially stack B, but no, Astro's doing some...
Yeah, he's smoked off like toilets, didn't he? Yeah, and then he'll molly steps. Okay, that's fine. Because they've had short control from the start of the round, essentially. They didn't fight it back. And they do actually give it back up. So, Whisk, I don't think he actually saw that guy come out door. He isn't peeking this very well when he's jumping. It's going to be way too much for them. They've only got a flash from Mr. Hoy. I don't think he has time to use it. But yeah, no chance here really for Ferrari Peekers. No smoke in heaven, which I'm kind of annoyed about.
Yeah, it gave Capers a chance, but
yeah, like they smoked bridge instead of heaven, which I'm not too sure about. But I suppose it does stop the potential of being overwhelmed when you're running into that side.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they do get the round, but that's the thing that matters. When they only lost one person.
Yeah, they played it fine.
Yeah, there was just small little things which you could probably question, but it worked then, so that's what matters for now.
Now we'll see a quicker round, I'm thinking, at least with the Mac 10.
5B, are they all going to rush Monster, or are they all going to rush Short? I imagine this is Monster with the... Okay, it's actually just stacking the water.
That's the oldest.
Big fan of this.
Yeah,
big fan of this.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't utilise the stacks, though. You could easily be stacking everybody like, right up against that wall, in between the sandbags and the default part site.
Unfortunately, though, it's the wrong wall site.
Sadly.
Yeah.
And it means that they... I don't really know what you can do here. You're meant to hold for exits, but they're probably going to hunt you.
Exactly.
They've got 2 Mac 10 still.
I mean, I guess you can sort of set up around these stairs, and God help him if he comes in.
Yeah. So obviously Fry and Link just...
Little pincer at the end there.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Done that
Perfect.
very
Mac
well.
10's the only ones getting kills, building that bank. And apparently Snotty's here.
The Snodoodle.
News to me.
He's appeared.
Apparently he's just appeared. He does that, to be fair.
He does make you lose.
He does. He does. He's a presence.
They keep the Mac 10s there. So how quick is this round going to be? Are they going to go fast connector with the Mac 10s, or are they going to go fast mid?
Yep. Not one player with head armor, so that could definitely come back to bite them.
But they've actually split up the Mac 10s with...
Eccles going for the little fur play.
Doesn't get punished.
And he's able to get away.
Yeah, well played, Swin, for that. I'm interested. So they gave up B short control. That was taken very freely by Link. And obviously... Usually I was the player that kind of went up to B short, take it, and then you just kind of sat there saying, I've got B short still. They flashed it, didn't take it, and you kind of just sit there for a while until hopefully something happens on the other side of the map, or your teammates come back to you.
Sure. Yeah, it keeps them modest on B. They can't have full control.
Yeah. The question is, will Eccles actually get any sort of backup from Dom here? Because I feel like he's kind of screwed unless a flash comes in to help him.
Depends if they smoke off the end along. If they don't, he should be able to help him.
I think they're smoking off. Hold on, no. They're clearing the bathrooms. Yeah, they're smoking the end off. Astro's smoking off. Are they even going to clear the close angle then? It looks like Astro is signalling, can you clear this with me?
Yep. That's what you're
not going to clear it with flashes or anything, they're just going to drive weak it.
And there we go.
Perfectly fine. Fry gets that kill. Back to a 4v4. Probably a bit too greedy from Eccles potentially.
Yeah. I mean, you're in an advantage at that point. It's
you don't
maybe
really
once you get smoked off at long, maybe call for that flash.
Yeah, Dom did have 2. He still has 2. I mean, Link's been given a free entry. He probably should have got that kill though. The question is, will they check Monster?
Yep.
Fry has an inkling that there is someone there.
Well, Whisk got the kill.
Yeah.
I do like that from Whisk. That was a nice little reaction play there.
So ultimately, it was. I mean, there was a lot of reactionary plays from the CTs there.
Yeah.
Considering, you could argue that Link probably could have changed the entire situation in the round. Obviously, he did 98 and 6.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably should have got that kill. Like most days, he probably does get that kill. In fact.
It's one of those things that could go to either of them.
Yeah.
But
still a buy round though.
CT's
so
not in the best position money-wise.
No, UMP on Capers isn't great.
Mr. Hoy, no nades at all.
It looks like Eccles is committed to this, fair rain sort of style right now.
He's saying to them, "I'm going to get the early pick, and we'll play around that."
Yeah, I'll push. Hopefully, get a kill, maybe 2.
Maybe.
I might die for it, but
yep, exactly.
That's the plan.
He might be feeling extremely confident coming out of Gamers.
That's true.
Mr. Fnatic Academy.
Yeah. But again, they've given up short control, and obviously Link told them last round, if you guys come short, we could probably just execute from there. And there is the old Astralis B take from short that you can do.
Every team.
Yeah, it's a very common thing, but it's very effective. So there is a reason for everybody knowing it. We need to see if something happens like that, because right now Fry's being used as a lurk, and Dom's actually playing.
They're going to re-aggress it. It looks like.
Yeah.
But Mr. Hoy doesn't actually have any nades to help them get in.
They are just going in dry.
It's just gonna be
Perfect peak. Yeah. I admire the bold effort of actually just walking into it, because you probably can catch someone just using a smoke, for example.
I mean, if you're going to walk, you clear your angles properly.
Yeah. You know? Or at least have somebody, I'm going to clear the left, hold my side or whatever, you know, hold this angle for me please, or something like that. There has to be some sort of teamwork between it.
Yeah. And once Link gets those 2 kills, I mean, it's going to take some sort of miracle for them
This
to get back
needs to get 3, I think, in that situation.
Yeah.
And if he's got 3, then you're probably arriving in time when he's dying in that case. But I suppose that is the difference between, you know, teammates you've played with on a team level as well. Like, you know, the clearing angles thing, you trust them to hold your X while you push Y, like that sort of thing.
Yep. Seemed they were both sort of focused towards
Yeah, they were both doing their own sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, they were in the same position but doing their own thing. Not quite ideal.
So ultimately, nice idea. Just a bit lacking on the execution.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because it means they've been reset. Have absolutely no money to play with. I'm feeling like a fourth will come in.
Yeah, it kind of has to, in my mind.
Yeah.
You've got 2 people who will be set to double eco. And then it's iffy money then. So Eccles has initiated some sort of... He's fought CZ. Armour. Okay, there you go. Waiting on one person just start buying armour, and that kind of initiates it all. So we've got an M4 farmhouse, 2 Deagles CZ. They did get 2 kits alongside those 4 spies as well, which appreciative of, because people do forget about that when you're doing a 4 spy. You get situations where you're like, oh, we have no kit, we have to rush this.
Nice little jazzy boost coming in, but not going to find anything from it.
That molly's actually not touching them, weirdly. Might have done when that last little bit spread. But that's reacting to the fact that we've given up short every time.
Yep.
But this time Link decides not to take it, because they think they're on eco. Which would be correct, technically.
Yep.
1 for 1 isn't too bad when it comes to using the gun as well, but I feel like his teammates need to take short, and then they can get the guns around a bit as well. But that won't happen, I don't think.
I mean,
it is a big risk.
CT for T, 1 for 1, it's normally
it's not
T's,
fantastic.
especially with Dom being low.
Yeah, it was essentially
I feel like he
2
should
for
be
1
dropping this rifle. It's maybe Whisk at least, who's next to him. But
you give it to Mr. Hoy and then rotate 3A in my mind. You let him try and solo that, give yourself a Deagle, you can shoulder peek with it. If you miss the first shot, your chances are you're dead anyway with the Deagle in that case.
But Wind and Rain have just regrouped towards A.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where you kind of put your eggs in one basket. Whisk was planning to go through that smoke with a flash, but he got destroyed going through it. In case he was to roll forward quickly as well. Unless he goes massive. Does not happen.
Nice take from the boys.
Yeah, they seem a lot more orchestrated on this.
Yeah, they do, to be fair. Maybe caring a bit more? Maybe?
Potentially,
respecting their opponents a bit.
Because obviously the previous 2 games, you could argue that they felt, you know,
like
we're going to smash these.
There's being confident, and then there's just not even thinking about it.
There's another level of it.
Yeah.
So like, we'll put it to 5-1. They keep the M4 again, which doesn't really matter in this case.
Yeah, I think you take the eco on the chin.
Yeah, you have to take it. Mr. Toy keeping a Kevlar situation as well is not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely work with this buy. I've seen crazier things than just Dom winning the round off a rifle. I mean, they can win a full eco USPs, it happens.
I think the bigger thing is, Wind and Rain played that round as if it was an eco fully.
Sure. Yeah.
And I assume it will be the same thing again, but also the CTs know that they might just come out with a really quick push.
Yep.
Because that'll catch, you know, Ferrari because off, I imagine, but you do run the risk of running into Dom, where he gets flashed in, or he uses a flash himself, he mows 2 or 3 of you down, pistols everywhere, you all fall, and it goes sour.
Fortunately, no grenades.
Yeah, so he's essentially going dry. Both armors towards B, alongside Whisk. And again, it looks like a very passive setup again from Wind and Rain.
Yeah. So, I mean, even though they are taking this map control, we've seen time and time again, Wind and Rain have been able to take it back pretty easily.
That was a really good pre-fire. And
there we go. Like I was saying, the USPs come in. Capers, 2 quick frags.
You see Dancy just type K after he gets dinked, then
Zaki's
Prey comes over to try and help.
Although this could be big from Link.
It all depends on how far he goes in here. I thought
Just
he was
about
fall for that. It was a bit shaky, but he's got the info and the control.
And this confuses the CTs completely. Potentially Dom.
And that's the armor down as well. Mr. Hoy still has it himself.
I don't think
Capers only has a USP. It's really not too great. And Link checks behind him too. Eccles is in a horrible position, and they're running straight away, but Mr. Hoy does have armor, and he has a deagle. This is still possible.
I've seen him win these. There we go.
That's
There's
one.
the first.
And two.
That's beautiful.
There it is. And Link is now stuck between all three of them.
He does love
That
it.
should be round over.
Yep.
25 seconds. He kind of needs to rush it, and they actually smoked the CT for you know, the CTs
Yeah.
technically.
Got another molly up and bank. There's pretty much
That's
nothing.
one
to
straight
do.
up. And
That's a lovely
good
round.
round from Mr. Hoy.
Mr. Hoy Capers coming in big.
Mm-hmm.
Some beautiful peeking.
And the money is back to normal for them, but Wind Rain still have another buy in them.
Sure,
is the
yeah.
main thing.
But this is a perfect opportunity for Ferrari Peaks to
Yeah,
completely
they can build
stabilise
off
this
this.
half. It could have flown out of proportion, you know, but yeah, big round.
You know, you just need a small spark from somewhere.
Exactly,
And
and
that's
that
all
is what
around.
this team consists of.
Yeah, you got a lot of players who can suddenly just make a huge play. So this default's a bit different. So he threw his regular short molly, and then he's actually come back towards connector. So this is completely different from them. Looks like it'll be quite a heavy A-sided default. Be interesting to see what actually happens from here, because right now they're just walking straight out mid. So when they went here last time, Dom played quite aggressive. Obviously Eccles has been playing aggressive all game. And usually they get contact straight off him, and they're coming straight after the back. How many will Dom actually be able to pick up here? He needs to just delay them as long as possible.
They played that quite well. Link's waited for his team. Could have gone in on his own,
Yeah.
just taken another 1-for-1, but he's played that well.
Even though Astro got taken down because he wasn't really checking for another player, he's got enough info that it's, you know, tradable right there and then.
Looks like Capers is trying to make the hero
Yeah, I
play.
think he was stuck.
And again, a situation where there's just not much they can do.
There is potential though. They've got a kit
Fastest
and a
curve
smoke
potential.
is the main thing, I feel. Obviously Zaki's still alive, makes it a bit questionable. But ultimately the smoke, it's unfortunate. I feel like the smoke is definitely needed for the defuse.
Yeah, especially versus
You know the
Zaki's
AWP is alive.
and he's got a molly.
Yep. Like he'll probably kill Fry, maybe not.
Maybe.
But if he does, I feel like the round is unwinnable.
Yeah.
As soon as Fry dies, Zaki should be throwing that molly straight on, and it's essentially unwinnable.
So just as I was talking them up,
Yeah,
back in
obviously
an
it's
awful situation.
yeah. I feel like Winterrain got quite a decent read off them there. They knew one player from A will 100% be peeking something. They get the kill, and then obviously there's a 50-50 chance that the other player actually isn't with him.
Yeah.
And obviously that time Dom was with him. He gets one kill. They trade it out. And that's perfectly
And I
played from them.
feel like it could be a fast peak.
Does look like they're getting ready to flash them straight out monster. Mr. Hoy sent straight home. Capers needs to get 2 or 3 here, I feel. That's good damage though. Whisk gets the kill obviously with his deagle.
So a 3v3.
Eccles dies up to the molly.
Ooh, that's awkward. You hate to
That's
see
the
it.
kind of thing that tilts you a bit.
That's the Deagle not being too friendly.
No. Ooh,
Dom,
he's
he
run
is going
straight
in.
through it.
Could have got the second there, but Zaki probably would have been there to trade. Maybe
was
a
a
bit
chance.
careless though with his AWP, because he did have a lot to
Yeah.
save. Maybe getting a bit too desperate too early on from Ferrari Peaks. There's still a lot of this game to go. But not
Yeah, I
like this
mean, you're only down 6-2 at the time anyway.
yeah.
But the issue is they're probably thinking we chose to start CT side. We need to get 5 or 6 rounds. At the end of the day, they're a mixed playing as a team. They want to feel like they go into the T side, not needing to do as much like work as they think they'd have to.
2 Zeus's in play. Always a bit of fun. And it looks like Wind and Rain are just going to go in B again.
Yeah, they've read them quite well when it comes to these
They have, yeah.
pushes here.
But here we go.
Shouldn't be able to get much. Maybe 1 kill. Dante should clean her up.
Cleaning up with that
Yeah.
piece of pity. Beautiful.
And Capers has been spamming the smoke, I think, the whole time.
He's dedicated. He wants this Zeus.
Didn't get quite much of a surf around that corner, did he?
No, he didn't.
He probably does get a kill here.
Nice try.
If he crouched right on the edge, he might have got it. But you do run the risk of somebody surfing over your head and making it so it's improbable to land that shot. I say shot, tase.
But I'd say this is the last real chance of this first half for Ferrari peaks to make it, you know, presentable.
Yeah, they need to get a grip on the game, essentially.
Yeah, they need to start stringing some rounds together.
In my mind, they need at least 5.
Yeah.
Right, so you need to build straight off it here, because right now Wind and Rain have probably got 2 Byrons still.
And here we go, more aggression. But that is an incredible shot from Astro.
I can't tell if that was a... I was going to say Go TV, but we're not even in Go TV. That was organic.
That was a dirty flick. And what can you say?
Like we mentioned earlier on, Eccles is doing that fair rain stuff, and you know, it does pay off sometimes.
Sure, but
I mean, Astro landed an incredible shot on you. Fair enough.
What can you do? But maybe that shows like the lack of depth in this team.
Yeah,
they've only got.
They do rely on the aim factor a lot of it.
Whisk might have made this a bit interesting now that he's got the bomb. Still in a 2v3.
Fry's incredibly patient here.
Oh yeah, he's played this.
Being low kind of made that impossible for him a bit.
Sure, yeah.
Unless Mizoid doesn't check it.
Yeah.
Nancy's all just... Did he actually see him? No.
Oh, that's
Gets the kill
unlucky.
anyway, yeah. This is still winnable. 1v2
still
though.
A chance for Mr.
I feel like the bomb will always be going A right now.
Yep.
He has a smoke as well. The question is, will they actually smoke CT off, or will they rely on Zaki to actually cover it?
He's just smoked the bomb off.
Okay, so that's giving him exact info on both whereabouts. Unless he just doesn't believe that.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm not really sure because he's shot at the AWPer and then the bomb has been planted.
Yeah.
So where else is the?
I don't really know. To be fair, Ben.
Maybe he thought he was in 1v3. I guess.
Potentially.
That does sometimes happen.
Yeah. But unfortunately, they're back on just pistol armor. And it's just not looking good.
I mean, you factor in first gun round and then the eco at them out of nowhere. It's not been a fantastic showing.
No. I was excited, but I think that lack of depth just don't have much. Obviously, they're
running out of plans and ideas.
Yeah. And it is just going to be these kind of plays with Mr. Boyd.
Yeah.
Get to, but
I don't think he actually hit Fry.
No, I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was team damage. I feel like they need to rely a lot more on just stacking a site when it comes to this stuff. Like, there was an anti-eco round where Wind Rain literally just rushed B.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, but it was after they'd just rushed B before that anyway. But if they potentially just held, 4 people there. That's a bit
lovely stuff from the woods.
It has made it winnable though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a bit of a shame that you don't have armor on 2 of your players in this situation. But they've made it possible.
Yeah,
and Wind and Rain question themselves.
Wind and Rain have absolutely no map control apart from what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
So
they're relying on
got a
Zaki
pretty
to
good
walk
stack for Ferrari peaks, although Eccles is running off for whatever reason.
So that is the info that the AWPer's out. Usually you don't see the AWPer on his own, so you can try and imagine that there are more out with him. Whisk gets another one. That's 3 for him this round. He's still alive. He gets a 4th 1v1. Gomez an AK and armor. I'm surprised he stuck that plant. Yeah, I'll let him get back there.
That's unlucky. It's just
didn't actually tag him.
It's unlucky from Dom. I mean, I've seen him pull off those kind of rounds, those kind of clutches, but what can you say? Nice effort again, but it's more of those individual plays, and it's just not enough to take them over the line at this point.
Yeah, we've had a few rounds that have gone down to 2 alive, 1 alive. Obviously, pistol, 2 alive. The last 5 rounds, we've seen it go down to 2 alive, 2 alive, 1 alive.
Yep.
So like they're getting close to it. It's just not quite.
Yeah,
there.
sure. Like, it's still close. You can see what they're trying, but it's just those little details that they're missing. This
is quite an extreme though. They've opted for double walk.
Yeah, sort of a last ditch.
And this time, Dom is the one actually aggressing at edge.
Yeah.
Gets one and done, essentially.
Yeah.
Not fantastic, really.
It's not great.
Like, we're in a situation where, if you're winning, that usually is enough to do it for you. However, you're losing, it feels like you probably shouldn't be doing those kinds of plays.
Sure.
In my mind, at least. Like, it feels like you should be a lot more conservative with it. You need to make Wind and Rain work for it. Like, even if they're a team, you still need to make them think about what they're doing.
Exactly.
Fully.
I mean,
How does Cray only have a CZ in this situation? He's got 1300.
The rest of his
I'm
team
assuming he
have
used
quite a
his
lot of money.
nades. Yeah.
Nazis. Maybe he just hates him.
Maybe. That could well be it.
Yeah.
They might just not like Cray. I mean, there's a gun mid by the fountain. Does
Cray
he just
doesn't
not
play by your rules, Ben?
Does he just not want it?
He's clearly got a new meta. The CZ is a powerful gun. He doesn't need many bullets.
There's literally a gun right there. I'm just confused. If he dies right here because he doesn't have a proper weapon, I mean, he's gonna kill him, isn't he? He's done his job. He's dinked him. That's enough. Wow.
You see, you criticise him. He clearly knows something.
I don't really. It's just bizarre.
It is a bit bizarre. Unorthodox, but
you know, if I'm there, I'm just like, is there a gun anywhere? Is there a gun anywhere?
yeah.
Anybody have a gun? Like, come on. It just feels a bit weird.
Yeah, questionable, but like we said, it's paid off.
Yeah, it hasn't gone wrong for him, is the main thing.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to win the round because he might as well at this
Sure.
stage.
Eccles picks up one.
All on Eccles. There is a kit on site. It's just time's just running out. I'm not sure if he lives if he tries running away anyway. 11-2.
Not ideal.
Yeah, it makes it more rough when you consider the fact that it is literally just one gun round of the 7 or 6 that we've seen, and the round they won was another eco round.
Yeah. You'd expect more, but I mean, it's still the first day. Maybe they're just feeling themselves out.
Yeah, it might be that they exhausted themselves against CX as well.
Yeah.
Because that looked like it was quite a draining game.
Yeah, I mean,
it was the full 30.
I wouldn't be surprised if they meet again later in the tournament and they develop.
It might be a bit different.
Yeah. You never know. Like, that's how these mixed teams sort of pan out. They learn things, they develop sort of strats on the fly
Yeah,
they can pull.
Play with each other longer, learn the tendencies. When I do this, my teammate likes to do this.
Yeah.
They could do the last 2 rounds of the half, though.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Dom doing some work at long.
Link on 10 HP. That should be enough.
Yeah.
Mr. Hoy's still watching this as well, yeah. That should be the 3rd round of the board for them. And they desperately need it. There we go.
Nice.
Alright, so that's a good round to win. They keep an AWP. They can have 2 M4 drops, hopefully. Unless somebody decides to be a bit cheap. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Get the 5th round of the board, or 4th round of the board, make it competitive.
Yeah, I mean,
they can
you
get the pistol and it
you get
changes
pistol,
things.
and it's you're straight back in the game.
You start at 11-7. Yeah, 11-7, looking at gun round. Win the gun round, it's 11-8.
And it also feels
everything's
like
changed.
They're going to just rush B again. 10-0.
Right, how much of a defense is there to be had?
I mean,
It's going to be a B take, I think, from short though. They did a bridge smoke. Have they just aborted? Was there a molly in the short pipe?
This is a strong position from Dom. But flashed off, and it's just
Oh,
going to be a fast push. But
Eccles has destroyed 2 of them. This take has gone horribly.
Yeah, that's
that
lovely.
Smoke that was meant to land bridge actually missed as well. And it's all on Zaki.
There we go. That is the 11-4. I mean,
we have seen... we saw that 1v5 from Guardian at Katowice. This sort of similar area.
Pretty much exact same situation.
The bomb was that far in as well.
I mean, I don't think Darkness has taken this too seriously.
He's shooting a lot of bullets, but Guardian was doing the same, and he was hitting people.
Suddenly he gets 3 kills.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hoy is...
running through it. I believe you saw that exact same thing. Maybe I was just building too much of a scenario.
Just like that. Potentially right back in the game if they win this pistol round.
It all relies on pistol, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. And the following 2 rounds.
Yeah. Converting
and
them.
the gun round, and the rounds after that. But
the next 15 rounds are quite big.
Yeah, pretty much. If they win the next 12 rounds, they win the game.
That's
bit of
knowledge.
trivia for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting too much from, like,
5 armor.
strat-wise. Yep, and we see the 5 armor. But could be extremely effective. Those Glock trains, very dangerous.
Is it just fast up? It's just straight mid.
Zaki
and they're going to meet Zaki.
He does just pluck Eccles straight out of the air.
I just wonder how people land that shot when you're crossing.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's impossible from my end when I'm facing mid as a CT. Especially the USB. Like, he was jumping across. He's done everything he could.
If you do it, you get triple dinked. And
yeah, you get gooshed, and then suddenly there actually is a guy tight left you haven't seen.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a budget around the world.
Sure. I mean, quite a few teams have been doing this, but we've got Cray who's pushed T-spawn. They've already lost the first man. But they are just trying to be as confusing as possible.
Around the world and back around the world again.
They've rotated Cray all the way back.
And then running straight there, but there is 3 players here.
Still Darcy's probably feeling quite crisp after that first kill.
And Astro's called for the smart thing, which is to actually just give it up, let them plant. We have a kit, we have a flash. The flash has already been used. Not sure why. This could go horribly. Nobody's actually at bank right now. Really depends. Capers needs to stay alive in my mind.
Now it's all on Dom.
1v3, kit's
Link's
on
got the
Link.
kit.
Yeah.
Not planted for him.
And the
Right.
bomb is probably defused, yeah.
It's a nice try from Dom. But
There were some peaks which were a bit, you know, you didn't let your teammate make the play for you.
sure, yeah.
Like obviously,
sort of
Capers
in
at
the
the end
moment.
there.
Yeah,
He was in long, and he kind of felt the need to push for some reason. In my mind, you let that bank guy make that play,
Sure.
and then when he says, "I need help," or when he's peeking, you peek with him.
Okay. So it's not the end of the world for the
No.
boys. I mean, they've still got to buy next round. They've put a bit of investment into this, but they can get 5 AKs next if they so choose.
Dom got a heck of a lot of money last round.
He did.
He's got Kevlar
those
and
kills.
Deagle, and still has
That is a
1900.
brutal thing. And a brutal crossfire.
This should be easy pickings from Winter Rain.
It should be.
Should be really easy. Unless Dom picks up something crazy. Obviously, he does have Kevlar in play for this.
Maybe chuck over that for Mass if they get a chance.
Yeah, ideally. You give the Famas over and then maybe give Mr. Hoy the Deagle.
Yeah.
We saw him use it quite well in the first
Indeed,
half.
indeed.
So he gets plenty of them for jump spot, sure. Question is you see how hesitant Dom is to check out the area until he's forced to make a decision.
Yeah, I feel like you're still sort of.
I don't think Wind and Rain know the bomb is there either. Well, they do now.
I feel like you haven't really given yourself a chance there when Mr. Hoy's just getting on to die on his own. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not in a terrible position. You've got guns, you've got a bit of Kevlar.
It was only 3v4 at times.
Exactly.
Well.
But again, all on Dom.
Question is, does he sneak down the stairs and try and grab that Famas? I feel like I definitely would go for it.
He has.
Astro will push in, but it feels like one of those situations where you just get instantly, oh, there's no ammo.
That's rough.
I mean, they're giving him an opportunity. They're facing him
They
a
are
lot.
definitely. They're giving him a lot. That's a lot of damage. Both these players have one hit.
The question is, ooh, they're in such awkward positions to kill. You could feel a bit of adrenaline going in there, couldn't you? They're all facing him. He feels a bit like he's hyped. He's hit them loads. If he might have slowed down a bit, he might have actually just got a chance of winning that round at least.
And here we go. This is the big test. 5 AKs, not much
4
utility.
flashes and a smoke.
But I mean, you can use it effectively if you go for the right plays, if you flash the right positions.
Yeah.
And
It feels like it's going to be a
Win and Raid, it's just a bonus round. It's good. It's perfect to get them back in the game.
Smoke goes straight to the front of toilets. And are they going straight through the smoke? Or are they actually going to wait for it? Is Craig going to get caught with his back turned? Oh,
Just about gets away.
they didn't actually come through that smoke, really.
No.
They flashed it and everything, but... So they've used the smoke and 2 flashes, they got up to the toilets.
Yeah.
They will probably clear them without
On a
needing to
normal
use much
round,
more.
I'd say this is lovely. Although I think
Yeah, you're going a bit dry.
yeah. I was trying
Changes
to find that
there.
player.
Yeah, it changes a bit there when Prey dies at long.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
But
obviously it spreads them a bit thin.
they've got that one flash. I'd say Eccles pop flash them into A. It's about as much as
Yeah.
you can probably hope for at this point. Zaki Dance. I think we've just missed a beautiful shot.
It did sound crisp, to be fair.
A mistiming with his teammate's flash there, but
Yeah, Echo still has this flash. There is only a certain amount of things you can do right here. And you're always going to run into more players, but they're just going in dry.
everyone's just taking in the 1-for-1
Yeah.
fights.
Like, it's clear, mixed mentality, obviously, because you're not thinking, can my teammate do something for me?
Sure.
Does he have anything for me? It works both ways, obviously. You should be saying, do you have anything for your teammate? But Whisk, those 2 shots are worth it, to be fair.
Eccles still has that flash.
Yeah, he was holding for the
He's
back.
determined not to use it.
There's no kit on Ferrari.
And there we go. Potentially back in the game. I mean, their money.
It's horrible on the CT side, if I'm honest.
Oh wow.
I didn't
Too
think
much messing around, I suppose, on their anti-ecos. And they are
They-
just going to sensibly just go for a bit of a half buy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me much, because they kept the MP9, they kept the UMP, 3 alive.
I don't know.
Bit interesting, I guess.
But this would be a disaster for Ferrari picks to lose.
Yeah, it's one of those rounds, it's trap round.
I thought,
All these CZs pushing up long here. If they get any sort of kills for this, the round is in jeopardy in my mind. it shouldn't be possible. But I think they're going to time them really bad. It just depends what is Whisk going to watch
Yeah, I
during
don't
the
like this
situation.
Being a bit isolated.
He's too close. He's far too close. Thing is, I don't think they've got an idea what kind of buy they're up against right now. They're assuming it's an eco.
Keep holding as Mr. Hoy.
Yeah, Mr. Hoy's walking in.
Site.
Yeah, it all depends on that.
And it looks like Eccles
they've got the info. Eccles gets met by them.
He goes down. Whisk chooses not to
Players
run
fighting for the frags.
I have no idea what Whisk is doing. That is.
So Mr. Hoy got all that info. You can see Whisk running away with the bomb.
Yeah.
Eccles dies to it. You lead him.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe you
He's
want
a
to trade
goner.
that first guy, but you've seen
He
four
should
players
have
fighting
seen
your other
loads.
mate.
Yeah.
Just get out of there. You Ross Kemp it straight out of there.
Yeah, you accepted your loss right there. Let them have that.
And now Mr. Hoy's played the round pretty perfectly.
Yeah, he played
been
it
owned for.
perfect. And there is only so much you can do in certain situations.
Sure.
Like you've given, clearly he gave all the info to his team as well. Like we saw Whisk running away. But it's one of those where, what's the smell? Eco frags.
Eco frags, indeed.
And they've gone straight for.
Maybe that is the young blood in them.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They just love it.
Yeah, you're against your friends as well.
Exactly.
Like, you know, get the opportunity to mow down your teammates or
Sure.
your friends and stuff. You probably do go for it in a lot of
Yeah, I
situations
suppose.
just cause.
But
Time runs out. Keeps his AK full nades.
clearly some inexperience coming through.
Yeah.
That's put them in a dire situation.
It's an awkward one to be in, isn't it? You've got 4 players on less than 2,000. This Hoy could have
Come
dropped Deagles in this situation.
Yeah, he definitely could have dropped the Deagle. So
to
some of
spread,
his mates
he could have
got
dropped
nades.
2 of them and got some extra grenades on all of his
Some
teammates.
grenades, some head armor maybe.
Like this is normally, if this was like a proper like
Sure.
team or whatever, you'd have a timeout there and actually work out exactly what kind of buy you want to do.
Well, we say that, but I think I'm yet to see a timeout from any team in this.
Yeah,
event.
no, we haven't. No. That was a good point. We've seen plenty of tacticals.
A couple of technicals, yeah.
No tactical.
No.
Arguably, you could just be saving it for the
Sure.
later stages of the tournament and everything. It's just, why wouldn't you use them right here, right now?
Sure.
Like, you should be treating these stages
still
as the same.
Yeah, this is still a great game for them to win. You know,
Yeah.
if they can go into the bracket first seed, that's beautiful. But maybe they've given up mentally at this point. I'd hope not,
Yeah.
but you never know. And it looks like they are planning to end on this B-bomb site, and it doesn't look like that's going to be too nice for them.
It's not going to be a very nice situation, is it? Because right now they've allowed Dante to just solo away.
Yep.
Obviously, Cray is ready to rotate quite quickly if they do burst on him, whatever. But there's 4 players, 1 at barrels, 1 guy playing close monster. Hang on. Has Whisk managed to pull them with 1 smoke? I don't think so.
He's pulled one
Oh.
player off, I think.
I think Capes has somehow managed to pull Fry back to the side by shooting at the wall. This monster setup's interesting though. Was that a single flash over? Wow. Whisk actually did get a kill on that A site.
Some decent trades, but they've only got 15 seconds. So
I was going to say, where is Zaki watching? But he's kind of scared about Whisk.
now I have definitely seen Dances win these rounds.
Yep.
He gets the first kill.
He's got info on both of them.
He's ready.
That is a wide.
Dom.
That's a Ferrari peak.
That is a Ferrari peak. There we go.
That is a Ferrari peak right there.
That is Dom slapping it on the table, saying, "Come on then, Dances, have it."
That does mean it's another reset situation, but it feels a lot better for Wind and Rain right now. They've got 4k on 2 players, so that's M4 armor and surrounded by pistol armor. You've got 4 flashes, no smokes to work with on CT side. No kit either.
So just as we were counting them out, they've given themselves a lifeline.
Yeah. Potentially the word random might come to play in terms of a lot of situations where you feel like it probably shouldn't work out in that fashion.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of confused why Whisk was up there on short on his own. Might have just been one of those, I feel it, I'm
Sure.
going up there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm all for players doing that sort of play. If they're
Especially
feeling
in
a
a team
certain
like this.
idea,
A mix like this.
yeah, you kind of rely on some situations for it. If somebody's feeling it, no, what are we going to do then?
Now this could get a bit sketchy. There's 3 players.
Do they check for Zaki? Oh, it's actually released quite early.
New trading.
Yeah. I mean, it's still winnable. It's 2 rifles, armor.
Yep.
No kit obviously is the big thing, and no smoke. Asher potentially got a bit too early.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not much for Fry to do here. Maybe save the M4, maybe go for the exits. Prefer him to save the M4.
Yeah. It depends how aggressive Winner play in this situation.
Because a player like Fry could very well win the next round just on the back of him.
Yeah. Like we've seen a few rounds against NSG, for example, where he got, I think it was 3 kills in Pop Dog on his own. All headshots, and that was, yeah. You're sat there like, well, that round's over.
Unit, some say.
7-14.
Yeah. Still
it's
a long
it's in the realm of possibility though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, string next 3 rounds, convert the anti-eco, which is the big thing.
They get this momentum behind them. The game could be theirs.
I think Zaki just asked for a pistol drop, and Fry threw his USP at him.
Oh, you're very kind. Dancy's rejected it.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
didn't want that. Spat straight on that.
Not happy.
This looks like a bit of a faster paced round from them actually. Are they just going to send Mr. Hoy straight in?
Again? Which is fair enough.
Because, yeah, if you remember the last anti-eco round, he managed to walk out Monster. And
he's doing the same again.
Has he not seen Fry spot?
Apparently he did.
Is that a 4x3 situation?
I do hope not. That's an aggressive flick.
I mean, he's taking out the gun.
He calms down.
Yeah, he's taking down the gun.
Tap.
Link is just spamming through the smoke, and this should be this round converted.
Should be.
Assuming Astra doesn't 1v4 out of nowhere with no armor and no kit.
There we go. They have converted it finally.
Right. So that makes things a bit interesting, because right now Winrain can't actually afford an AWP.
Yeah.
Which means Zaki on that Byron we saw, he was actually left to solo A. For most of it, at least. It does mean that Cray will probably have to play it with him now.
Yeah, I think.
So we just need to see what kind of setups they actually come out with, because there are a lot of setups you can do on A as a 2-man unit.
Exactly. 2 rifles can be very versatile.
Smoke med and Cray doesn't go for the new NA that people have been
Yeah, most people seem to throw it towards the playground.
Yeah, you throw it over.
Meanwhile,
I think they got a pick over the short by there with a boost from Sandbags.
Right.
On Mr. Hoy. Normally he's been towards Monster, but this time he decides I'll try short. But Eccles is going out contact Monster with his AWP. I'm surprised that killed him. It always makes me wonder how thin does the wood have to be for it to be a one-shot with an AWP. It sometimes does it. Same with a one-shot with AK to the head. But that's even things up completely. He's managed to get that kill and no trade.
Yep, they've got credit to them. They've got a decent amount of map control.
And honestly, I agree with the players right now. Love to say I can hear.
Yep.
Can't.
I mean, I would say I can hear you, Ben, but I have no idea what you're saying. But yeah, it does look like they are heading towards me.
Yeah, the Omen by HPPC.
It does. It does.
Speaking of, they sponsored the UK Masters CSGO Open Tournament alongside Belong by Game.
They do.
Get that plug in.
Very nice guys.
Of course.
Of course. Echo's walking in. Oof.
He's only seen 1. Do they think there's actually going to be 3 players spread along this area? Take out Nancy. They still know one more's in pit. Oh my god, Echo's questionable.
Trades all over the place. Fry's giving it. Does give the potential for quick 1v1s.
You can see the hype in his movement there.
Picks up the first. Ooh. He sees the shadow.
Oh. Despite having, you know, Cray's had quite a weak game thus far.
Yeah,
but that's enough for it. Yeah,
yep, 100%.
Puts you straight on match point. Yeah, puts you straight on match point. Gives yourself 6 match points to play with as well. And he does pick up the AWP too for Zaki.
I mean, it's not all doom and gloom for Ferrari peakers.
No,
they've got a great chance to reset them and grab it to like 15-10, maybe 15-11.
Potentially push it even further.
Exactly.
Because right now, Winning are very poor. They've got an MP9 in play.
It's not the best. It's not the best blind, but it's in the hands of Link, and he's popping off right now.
So we saw Eccles pick up that AWP last round, and he got the opening kill. And
Mr. Hoyle loving it.
He was a bit hype earlier. Is this just a straight monster rush? They're going through this? They haven't. Okay. But the MP9 could have done a lot there. They've gone straight through that smoke as well, haven't they? Oh my god.
Oh my word. This is just carnage.
Very aggressive from them.
And
so
they're falling back.
They leave Eccles out there on 1 HP. I mean, if he somehow gets good info where you can trade the kill, That's perfect. But I'm not sure what he can do here. Because Astro is playing this really defensive. Fry obviously stuck at sandbags. He'll get the info on the water guy. I mean, if he kills him, it's incredible. That's info on one of them. Fry is still alive, I'm sure.
Astro's coming up big this round.
Wow.
Played it beautifully. And now it's all on Whisk again.
And he'll get shot on the side of the head, I imagine, from Fry as soon as it gets into range. Is it going to? Well, he did shoot first, he's done.
Probably takes a bit too much damage there.
Yeah. Oh, unless... Hang on. Surely not.
Needs to come in with some pounds. There's the first.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Ash with a huge round to be ending the game now.